Today we're starting off, we will remove the gas tank. First we're going to drain the gas line. You can see it right there standing out. It should be fairly simple. Take that screw off. We'll drain the gas line down. See, my gas is currently shut off. We'll turn that on, let it drain, and then afterwards we'll remove the seat. There's one bolt under the seat and the gas can should come off.
This part was interesting. We got the fuel going, no problem, but it was really slow. If you have a trick, let me know, but we just drained it, left it overnight. With the fuel drained, it was really easy to take care of, and the can came right off. I'll show you something kind of funny right here.
I thought this was pretty good. Old bike, so I'm sure a number of repairs. Check out the washers on here. That's what was holding the tank on. I'll have to find the right size bolt there. Okay, next up, I'm going to work on the muffler system. You can see this one has come undone. There are two bolts where it connects to the frame right here. I think when this was injured in whatever accident it was in, that was popped out. Should be simple as two screws. I have the same muffler on the other side. I'll take both of those off. That slip-on will come first. You can see headers coming up into the engine there. Got 4 into 2. Kind of a cool setup on these bikes.
So if you know what you're doing, you're probably laughing a little bit here. It is definitely not just those two screws. Those are covering the heat shield. Found that out pretty quick. They are the slip-on exhaust is connected to the headers right there, but it's a little work to get off. The headers themselves, they weren't too bad, just a couple of bolts on each one, and they weren't even seized up very tight. Easy to pull off, and they slide out and have a couple flanges on there. But overall, pretty easy.
All right. Muffler's headers off, gas tank's off. Rookie mechanic, so took me a couple tries to find the right way to do it. We got them off. I'm interested to see, if you look a little deeper, I don't know how deep this rust goes. Might just have to find all new set here. I definitely want it looking nice, get a chrome look on it. So if I can't get this off, also if it's deteriorated inside, I'll want to get a new set on there anyway.
So at this point, I am going through, finding any part I can. Really, the whole bike, I've got to strip it down, so I'm just finding loose ends, right here, and I'll walk you through a little bit in person in the next spot, but just going through and finding parts, pieces, all the edges that have got to come off, and really just taking them off and putting them away for now. I'll go through and clean it up after I get the bike stripped down, but for now, I'm just removing everything I can.
All right, today I was able to remove the gas tank, seat, which is easy, pops on and off, pulled off both mufflers, leading up to the headers, and took off the rear and front foot pegs. Interesting thing, the front foot pegs are held by a bolt, one long bolt all the way through. Pretty unique. That makes a good place to hold. I was able to get that off. I spun for a little while, probably see on the video. I did pull off, you can see I pull off the brake, the foot brake right there, in order to get some room to access the mat. Overall, in good shape. I'll keep showing you how we do.
So we're starting again here. I've got my son in the back side there. He's working on the other crash guard. I took the first off on this left side when I first got it started, but he's working there. It pulls right off the motor. A lot of the bolts are actually the same bolt on for the motor, so he puts those back on. While he's doing that, I'm working on the air box. It was a little tight. I couldn't get it out, so I decided that I had to start working on that back tire as well. Shocks came off really easily. The back tire itself was fine. The built-in kickstand was there, so that was nice. But lifted it up, they came right off. And the only tricky spot for me was, and probably rookie move again, the brakes were still attached in the back, so that was pretty easy to take care of though. Nothing too challenging. With that back tire off, it came down, airbox came off, no big deal. It's really starting to come together and stripping down. You know, that cafe racer look is coming right along.
All right, so this is what we've done this week. You've already watched some of the time lapse, so you've probably seen most of what we've taken out, but got the airbox out, obviously rear tires off, fender assembly there, taking off the shocks, mufflers, headers are off. I think I'm done with the easy stuff. I haven't taken off the front tire yet. Haven't found a jack to stand this on yet, so I'll take that off when I get a stand here. But yeah, so my next plan is to start working on electrical. Got the unit here, and they've got most of the electrical running right up under the body and frame and into the mounts there. So I'll take those off and map them. One thing that I have been doing is putting bolts either back in the pieces I took off or in a little sack labeled. I know I've read a lot of tips about that, so I'm hoping that helps. But yeah, easy part working through. I think this is going to get progressively harder. As you've been watching, you probably saw me stumbling. I am not a mechanic. I like doing things, and so far it's been fun, but I think this is going to get pretty tough for me, and I'm going to have to learn a lot. Appreciate watching. If you have any helpful tips, let me know.